Good afternoon. So I thought I'd cover an unusual subject this afternoon, and that is the Bristol Blenheim 4. So Corgi do both types of Blenheim. They do the Blenheim 1, the short nose version, which is currently flying, and they do this one, the Blenheim 4. And this aircraft depicts one flown by the Aircraft Restoration Company at Duxford in its second guise, so up to its crash, which I believe was in 2003, and before that there was a previous one which also crashed shortly after restoration. So a little bit of history about the Blenheim. So there was one acquired in the early 80s. It was rebuilt up to a Blenheim 4 standard. In fact, it was actually what we call a Bristol Bolingbroke, which is the Canadian version. It flew for a very short time before, unfortunately, it actually crashed on a golf course, I believe. I think it was doing a go around and someone flooded the engine, inexperienced with the type, and flooded the engine, and it ended up sort of cartwheeling down the golf course, thankfully with no fatalities. And this second one was rebuilt, and it was flown in 1993 by the legendary Hoof Proudfoot. For those who know, Hoof Proudfoot is one of the legendary pilots in warbirding in the 90s. Unfortunately, he met his demise in 1996 in a P-38 Lightning at Flying Legends, but a wonderful pilot nonetheless. And he took it on its maiden in 1993. And it flew for a number of years in a number of different guises. It had a night fighter guise, I'm sure there was a coastal command guise, and then there was this last version here with the serial UXN along the side. And this flew for, like I said, a number of years. And unfortunately in 2003, I think it was on its way from the Goodwood back to Duxford. It was underfueled and crashed, didn't quite make it over the airfield boundary and clipped the mound and did an awful lot of damage. So the guys set themselves to task and thought they'd rebuild the Blenheim actually as a Mark 1. So I believe the cockpit area was converted into a car at some point, and they used the car to make it into what it is now, the Bristol Blenheim 1, and an absolutely magnificent restoration, often seen at many air shows out and about. Just at Biggin Hill at the weekend. Is now safely back at Duxford, and hopefully I shall see it at the Battle of Britain Air Show at Duxford in September, as I finally get to go to one. So this model Corgi make, I've made the new one as well in the Mark 1 guise, and this one will be short off for its new owner, but I just thought I'd cover it because I've got a few versions of this. So nice sturdy undercarriage underneath, as you can see there. Both up and down undercarriage come with it. You'll see the detail in the turret as well, spinning turret, and the long nose Blenheim 4 configuration. Nice colour as well. It looks like the Battle of Britain sort of colour scheme in terms of the dark brown and green. Looks really, really nice as well. Give it a bit of a walk round. There we go. There we go. So there's the Blenheim 4. I'll try and see if I can get a Blenheim 1 out at some point as well. We can have a look at that. But really, really nice aircraft. Wasn't particularly successful until it was a Blenheim 4. The early Blenheims did really suffer from, well, just being underarmed. They were pretty quick for their age and their size, but they did suffer some horrific losses, especially in the Battle of France and the early parts of the Battle of Britain. I think it did sort of find its niche rather as a night fighter rather than a bomber later in the conflict as well. So there we go, just a little bit of I just thought I'd do a very, very short video on this Blenheim. I've got a few more other bits as well to cover off at some point. So I've got the new Pips Prilla Focke-Wulf, so his Battle of Britain ME-109 was one of the new mould ones released. I've got the Hawker Sea Hurricane to have a look at some point as well. And finally this lovely Immelmann Stuka from Battle of Britain, summer 1940. So hopefully I'll get some pictures up on Instagram, IGTV and YouTube a little bit later, as well as the Facebook site as well. As I'm off on holiday, I'll do the World Cup of favourite diecast whilst I'm sitting on the plane and try and get it prepared, ready for you all to vote on, and we do it over a 24-hour period. So please have a vote of that. As Dan has said as well, please keep sending us your ideas for potential new Corgi moulds, as we are briefly discussing it with them at the moment. And I'll do a list next week, again a list, an extensive list. We'll choose the top 8 and then we'll play off against each other, and the final version we'll send off directly to Corgi to see if we can get some traction on it. that is it from me. As ever, any feedback is welcome. Please let us know. Please keep liking our Instagram, which has grown magnificently over the last few weeks. Just like to thank my sister-in-law Leah, who she's not actually on this page, but she's helped me grow Instagram massively. This week we've gone from over 140 odd followers to well over 800 now, and as I'm filming this, obviously all the alerts are going off on my phone as well. So thanks for all the new likes on there, really appreciate it. Keep spreading the word, and I'll see you soon. Take care.